In the heart of Chicago, amidst the bustling streets and towering skyscrapers, lived a family that had been torn apart by an old feud. The Martins were once a close-knit family, celebrating every holiday and milestone together. But a bitter argument between the two brothers, Ethan and Jack, had shattered their bond. It started over a misunderstanding about their late father's will, but over the years, the bitterness grew, leaving their families estranged. Ethan, the elder brother, was a successful architect. Jack, on the other hand, ran a small but thriving bakery in the city. Though they lived only a few blocks apart, they hadn't spoken in over a decade. Family gatherings became divided, with relatives forced to choose sides. Their mother, Mrs. Martin, now in her late 70s, often tried to mend the rift but without success. The strain of the feud weighed heavily on her. One chilly December, Mrs. Martin's health began to deteriorate. Diagnosed with a serious heart condition, she was admitted to the hospital. Knowing her time was limited, she made one last plea to her sons. She called them both to her bedside and said, "I can't leave this world knowing my boys are at odds. Promise me you'll make peace." Her frail voice and tearful eyes left Ethan and Jack speechless. Reluctantly, they agreed to meet a week later at their childhood home, now empty but filled with memories. The air was heavy with tension as the brothers sat across from each other in the living room. Neither knew where to begin. Finally, Ethan broke the silence. "Jack, I don't even remember how this started. All I know is we've lost too much time." Jack looked down at his hands. I was angry. I felt like you didn't respect my efforts or my feelings. But maybe I held on to that anger for too long." Ethan nodded. "I think we both did. I've missed you, Jack. And I've missed your family. I don't want to waste any more time being angry." Slowly, the walls they had built began to crumble. They talked late into the night, sharing memories, laughing, and shedding tears. By the time they left the house, the brothers felt a sense of relief and a promise to rebuild their relationship. The change was immediate and heartfelt. Ethan brought his children to Jack's bakery, where they marveled at their uncle's culinary creations. Jack's family attended one of Ethan's architectural showcases, proud to see his work. Family gatherings resumed, with Mrs. Martin's heart filled with joy as she watched her sons laughing together again. A year later, on Christmas Eve, the Martins gathered around the dining table, the largest they had ever needed. The room was filled with the warmth of reconciliation and the chatter of children. Ethan stood to propose a toast. "To Mom," he began, "for reminding us that love and forgiveness are stronger than any argument. Here's to new beginnings." The family raised their glasses, and Mrs. Martin, with tears in her eyes, whispered, "This is all I ever wanted." From that day forward, the Martins became an example in their community of the power of forgiveness. Ethan and Jack's story reminded everyone that it's never too late to mend broken bonds and that love can heal even the deepest wounds.